See, I know it's gonna start acting stupid today.
Oh, you black.
I see that. Let me see what's going on.
Hey, Rocco.
Hey y'all.
Girl, you getting it together.
I'm getting it. How y'all doing?
All right.
That's what's up. What's this at?
She was on. She went back off. Something was wrong with her phone.
Oh, okay.
She getting back on.
Tune in, tune in.
Tune in, y'all. I got some statistics and we gonna talk about it. Hey, Rocco, you jumping on tonight? She like, hell nah. I'm in the background.
I know that's right.
We just letting a couple of more folks jump in.
Tune in, tune in. Ebony Talk.
Let's talk about it. Hey, Ace, you ready to talk about it? You said you was telling it all. You telling your story? We getting it together. Just waiting for a couple of more people to join in. Your camera off, Black. Or did you put that off on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet it is. Warming up so much to say. Interesting. Hey, Rudy.
Hey y'all.
Warming up so much to say. I wonder what's all that about.
From who?
And what Icon King said,
What he say?
talking about warming up so much to say, okay, I see your candle. Or is that your paper
Right.
holder? There you go.
I had to switch phones. I don't know what's be going on wrong with my phones.
Oh, I mean, you ain't had to put your little funky New York hat
Oh,
on.
I'm
We know
still, I'm
you.
still on
You
that. I'm
we
still
know
on it.
we
I'm
we
still
know
on that.
we know you
I'm
at
still
a
on
high
that.
from your concert.
Girl, I'm still tired too.
Right.
Clean your camera off. You a little
Yeah,
dog.
girl, this is my other camera. Let me get it together.
You
There
said
you
you gonna
go.
represent the NY.
I mean, everybody know you don't went to a little funky show.
Oh, now it's a funky show.
Ah, you hear her?
No, not funky, raggedy show.
All
Tell her
right.
don't be hating.
I know, right?
hmm
Let me be great. Ain't that what you be saying? Let me be great.
Yes, be great,
Exactly.
sis. Be great. Light, look at icon time. Light skin. Jay Z ain't. What he say? Jay Z ain't on here.
That's all right. He's
He
still
about
on.
to
He in
tune
here.
in though.
That's all right. He a camera, but he a billionaire. I saw him. That's all that matters.
hmm
All
I
right.
heard so many. I heard so many people was talking about. I saw some IG posts. They were talking about Rihanna, talking about how she was looking. They say she was high,
I don't know. Her vocals was there. That's all I care about.
and that's all. I mean, people go to concert. That's all. The Black, you spinning.
I'm spinning.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
we
don't
can't
see
even
you on
see you.
camera.
I'm on here.
See,
We
that's why I
don't.
don't hate like this phone. This
Yeah,
phone,
you spinning.
and I'm so
So
blue.
Why are you
hurry
doing
up.
that? Cause I can see all of y'all clear.
No, your camera is off and you spinning.
Let
I
me
You,
cannot.
you
I
want to
look
log off and
blue.
log back on? Oh,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. There you
okay.
go.
I just
I
put
don't,
the camera on and off.
oh yeah, you still off then.
Huh?
You were still off. You good now.
Oh, okay.
So tonight, our conversation is about how well do you know your partner? Whether it was A past relationship, current relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, how
I look
how
so
how how how
blurry.
how well do you know your partner? And how is cohabitation? Because I was doing some research about people that cohabitate before relationships, before engagement, and all of that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And ran some statistics, but just wanted to have that conversation about it. To just ask how well you know your partner, whether it was a past relationship you want to discuss, current relationships, whatever. But as we know, you don't really know people, like they say, the elders used to say that all the time. You don't really know someone
So you
until
live with them.
you
Until
live
you
with
live
them,
with them. Mm-hmm.
under the same roof with them,
Correct.
cohabitating and stuff like that. That's how you kind of figure out people mannerisms, how they handle certain things like stress, when they're
Mm-hmm.
having a bad day, how they handle finances, how they handle raising children, how they handle family issues, work.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to kind of dive deep into that, just to kind of talk about it. So what experience have you all had? And in the chat too, chime in, because we're talking about it tonight. Cohabitation, and how well do you know your partner? Or how well did you know a partner?
Hmm.
So we're just going to kind of talk about it a little bit. So what experience have you guys experienced with cohabitating, before or after, during, or whatever?
In my experience, it's like they don't do the same thing that they did when,
We
like,
started.
yeah, like the affection, it kind of dwindles off a little bit because they used to you being around and, used to you being there and being around. So the affection kind of dwindles a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Do
Yeah.
y'all think it's because of being complacent, or kind of just, how sometimes you get into that little and everybody
Definitely
just
being
that,
complacent and
yeah,
comfortable
and
and
being comfortable.
knowing that you're there, you there all the time. So it's like, she here now or he here now.
I
So
ain't got to do all that extra no more.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think people still need to, like, I work from home, and I know I got my lazy days. I be walking around here with my moo on and stuff like that. But then you kind of catch yourself, and you be like, you still got to keep it cute and sexy. I
Correct.
mean, I don't think a woman needs to be dolled up every damn day. That's just an unrealistic expectation, in my opinion. But I do feel like, keep it cute every now and then, because I sure have my bummy lazy days. I ain't gonna even lie. Um,
But at the same time, it's not only women too. The men too. They come home from work and they wear boots and they wear clothes, and you walking around with holy ass drawers and holy t-shirts. You got to keep it spicy too.
yeah.
We want it looking cute.
I mean, what's a real expectation of, while we're talking about this? What's a real expectation? And in the chat, chime in. What's a real expectation of an individual cohabitating, whether you're dating, married, engaged, whatever it is, and you're living with someone? How well do you know them? Like, what do you think you need to do to, one, keep it spicy, and two, make your mate feel like, feel comfortable? Or let's just talk about it, because to me, this is a very, very serious conversation. The bum days are the best for me. Or you like the bum days, Rocco?
Mm.
Explain a bum day.
Yeah, not always. Like the just laying around pajamas and bonnets. I mean, everybody gonna have those days,
Right, right.
but
There
it's
you
some
go with that.
days
There you
too.
go with that cooking. There you go with that cooking shit.
Yeah, that's one of them too. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your
Um,
man, I'm vouching for the man, especially when your man don't get a meal as often.
well, before mine, I couldn't cook, so shit. We had to figure it out. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you know, cooking
I,
wasn't one of my strong suits when we
And necessarily, it don't really have to be always about cooking. Just a meal
right.
on the table, period. If you had to
I,
go,
I, I think in my situation, I think my husband feel like, because I work from home,
You should cook.
he should have a 3-course meal every day. That ain't gonna happen because my job is mental. It's not physical work, and I do work from home, and I can move around as I wish. But I think that expectation from him is I need to come home to a full course meal every day. But that I can't promise that.
But
That's not something.
it's not every day, every other day. You at home.
It
Yeah, I
don't
get it,
matter.
honey.
It's nothing wrong, especially when you know it's the
But
difference from working, even if I'm working out the house. Like if I stayed with a man, for an example, there's nothing wrong to season the meat the night before, having it in a crock pot. By the
yeah,
time
but
you get
cooking
home,
every day, sometimes even if you season the meat, you know, or whatever, and sometimes you be done had a long day, you mentally drained, emotionally drained, and physically drained. You don't feel like cooking, so sometimes,
Yeah.
but if you
you
had
know,
if you had them kids at the house, you would have to feed them kids anyway.
yeah, well, yeah,
Because
but
outside
Yes,
food costs too much when you got a 4, 5, 6 piece.
I
yeah,
understand that.
yeah, but sometimes, I mean, sometimes they can eat leftovers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that if that help her cook the night before.
Look. That cooking stuff.
I
I
do
like
not like.
I
I'm
like to cook,
sorry.
and when I cook. But that's not something I run to do every day. That and I know I have a man that's used to having Sunday meals. I didn't grow up like that, and that's kind
That's
of
a
a back.
lie. That's a lie.
We did not have
You
no.
bet goddamn lie.
We did not have no Sunday. We stayed in church all goddamn
No,
Sunday.
no, don't
We
even that
stayed in
now. That's
church
a,
all
now
damn
you not
Sunday.
gonna lie on my
Now,
mama.
Mama, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we had a meal. Sunday,
No.
we was in that doggone church eating Popeye's
You
chicken.
no. You know mom had that meal on that table with that butter and
We
that
went, we
sauerkraut
went,
and
we
that
weren't
white
even
rice.
home on Sunday.
Uh-uh.
We was in church.
No. We ate before we went to night church. So no.
No, we was in church.
I don't know what the hell you were.
I wasn't part of that. That's probably when I got pushed out the house. I wasn't part of that.
No.
But
We had a home cooked meal, and before my grandparents passed, they lived with us. My granny used to cook.
yeah, my
And make
granny cooked.
sure
My
make
granny
sure
cooked.
dinner was served every night. We had a cooked meal.
My granny did used to cook, but I
He
be
said he can't even
busy.
get one day. Cook one day a week for this man.
We got to tighten up.
He
That's
trying to
gonna
call me out. He ain't getting another goddamn meal.
that's gonna be the next doggone talk about it.
He ain't getting another goddamn meal.
Hey,
He
do you
about
get
run it off.
you get meal 6 days?
I work hard. I work hard, and I think the meal should be shared anyway. We need to share that responsibility. I don't want to cook. I'm
That's
So
not
I don't
cooking
see
every
no
day.
problem with that. I don't see where that should be a problem.
yeah, I agree with that too.
I cook hot dogs one day. You cook.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
let me
if
put this
both
on
work
you now.
out, if both work, both should contribute.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree, and I think, and like you say, how well do you know your partner? I think the dynamics changed for me when I started working from home, and I feel like my husband had this expectation: you home all day, you can cook, and that's not it. Because I be stressed, drained, mentally drained. And I can go and throw something throughout the day and stuff like that, but that shouldn't be the expectation. It should be as if I'm still out in the field working like everybody else. Me
But
working from
still,
home.
like I say, you still would have to come home and sling something for them children.
I'm
So
not cooking every day.
come home.
Sorry.
I ain't saying every day, maybe every other day.
We you can come up, bring him a meal.
He
No,
said,
I won't be able to do that.
What Rudy say? I cook Sunday through Thursday, but all the other days I had to figure it out. You figure it out for yourself. That was the agreement in any relationship I've been in. That's good. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, I understand, like some people just like a Sunday meal. To me, that's not. I got to get to learning that. Like, we've been together long enough, and he's been saying it for years, but that's
and you
just.
still ain't got it?
I'm not. I gotta be in the mood. I'm sorry.
But my
I
thing
work
is,
hard
even
and
if you
stuff.
set a schedule, like you said, it don't have to be every night. But like you said, Sundays, every other day or every other, set a schedule and stick
Yeah,
to it. Because
we can.
if the shoe is on the other foot and men didn't do what
Well,
they
we
said they do and didn't provide, we'll be upset.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I work hard and I go to work too and
We
I pay
all work
bills
hard.
too. And I think it needs to be a shared effort. That's just that's all.
We all work hard.
He pop popcorn with ketchup. Ugh, who eats that?
Who?
He said pop popcorn with ketchup.
That is
Cool.
so nasty.
Hey, so he been
Oh,
popping popcorn with
that's his
ketchup.
meal. That's his meal, popcorn with ketchup.
Yeah, I guess.
Now I know my sister over there slinging them pots and pans now.
You know, they always talking about they hungry, but they don't look like they missing a meal to me.
It don't. It sure don't.
Exactly.
They eat good. They eat good. I cook when I cook, but
Well,
I
or
don't.
cook enough for leftover. You ain't got to do it every day. But that's not only the.
No, I over. Sometimes I overcook and we waste stuff. So I'm learning how to not overcook because
Right.
we will waste food.
Yeah.
So now I'm learning to not overcook and just cook just enough for a day or maybe. Only thing that I can cook that lasts a couple of days would be some spaghetti.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after the third day, I'm throwing it away because you know,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can understand that.
yeah. What other things outside of cooking that where you think you know your partner
Ah.
doing cohabitation? How do
Date
y'all?
night, like date nights. You know what I'm saying? You start off, when you meeting someone,
Right.
we going on dates on a regular or every other Friday, or we set date night, and then it just
You move in together,
move
y'all both
in, and
sitting
now
on the
it's
couch
no more
watching
date
TV.
nights. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, no more
So,
date nights.
so the relationship, like you say, it gets stale. Not, I won't say stale. That's a
It
little
gets
harsh.
stagnant. It,
Yeah,
it,
it
it
gets
gets
stagnant.
stagnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, date night ain't always got to be going out. Some people
Yeah.
have date nights sitting in their living room.
Home.
I've been seeing,
Right. Right.
Mhm.
it's all about how creative you can be.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think sometimes too, women and men, we set these expectations for our partners without having conversation before cohabitating.
Correct.
Some people don't like certain things. Some people like the pillow a certain way. Some people like the blankets a certain way. Some people like we had the conversation in the chat. Some people don't like you to fart around them. Some people
Yeah.
don't mind you farting around them. You
It's like
know,
at a certain point, like, shit, if you've been, I mean, I used to be like that, but then I'm like, shit, I done been with you long enough, shit, you fought around me, so why can't I?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
when
And it ain't got nothing to do with not being ladylike or anything like that. I mean, shit, it got to come out. That's a
Yeah.
natural, body function. So,
And I tell my husband all the time, like when he first, like when we were dating and we wasn't living together at first, I used to be sick. I couldn't wait for him to leave. I didn't want him to leave, but that motherfucker had to go because I had to shit so bad. And it was just like your stomach be bubbling and you got gas and you trying to be cute and stuff like that. And then and I guess that's what they say, after you live with somebody it change. But now I'm with you all day, every day. I'm not, my granddaddy always said, don't let it kill you.
all right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come out. And I know that's a conversation we have a lot. He be like, oh, I want my lady. You too cute to be doing all that. I'm like, but we in the house.
And like I said, that's a natural body function. I mean, that's something that you can't, Yeah, I used to be like that, or walk out the room or whatever, but he ain't had no shame in doing it. So I'm like, shit, if you ain't got no shame,
Let it go too.
Oh,
Yeah.
my husband would not do it around me. He would not.
Oh
And
my God.
it's on Israel. You think the men will be the one that be like, I don't care, I'm gonna let it be me. Cause I'm like, I gotta let that shit. I can't.
Goddamn.
absolutely better out than
And then when I get up and try to run to the bathroom and stuff like that, it goes away.
Anyway, yeah.
It goes away. So I gotta I gotta give it where it stand.
Oh my
You know, I
goodness.
do
She said
say,
she didn't want to eat. Shit, I ate. I
who didn't
mean,
want
that's
to eat?
something. Kim said she didn't want to eat around Rod at first, baby. I ate.
Shit, I ate. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
ate
I'm
Nah,
till I
not a
he
couldn't eat
Caesar
don't.
no
salad
more.
kind of girl.
And now I don't.
I don't see her message. Oh, I gotta scroll up.
Yeah.
I ate till I couldn't eat no more.
There
Shit.
wasn't no, and there wasn't no nibbling and ordering a salad. Hell no. I'm
Correct.
gonna order a steak if
Exactly.
that's what I wanted.
Look, I'm like Queen Latifah on
Yep, clear plate.
what was the name of that just right? She was like,
Um,
you better understand, I'm not no salad eating chick. I want food.
Correct.
exactly.
And food make me happy. I want food, damn it. I'm not gonna act cute.
I know that's right. I'm gonna order me
And
a meal.
Ayana said, breaking a routine you didn't maintain. Explain that a little bit so we can elaborate on that.
I think that's what when we was talking
Yeah.
about.
And I got her too. Yeah, you know I'm always gonna give me a little dessert afterwards. I didn't watch a figure wear.
I mean, we gonna eat. I mean, I don't even think nowadays, back in the days, you wanted to be cute and didn't really want to eat. But you get to a point
Oh,
after,
back in the day, I still ate.
but you get to a point where you with somebody, especially if you living together, you gonna trying to nibble, bitch. No, we
Yeah.
eating. We gonna eat good too.
And licking my fingers at that.
Yeah, we gonna eat smacking, eat some more. Goddamn it, shit. I know back at the work, I mean, every now and then we'll do it, but we haven't done it in a while because we're trying to have a healthier eating lifestyle. But shit, me and my husband will be getting up at nighttime saying, "You want some Waffle House, baby? Let's go." Shit, I
Oh,
absolutely
girl,
got a Waffle House.
we
Yeah.
used to do that too. We used to do that too. Yeah, we used to
Shit,
do that
we
too.
gonna eat around here.
I know that's right. And
I'm
be
like you. I
starting and
don't care. I
dancing
don't
up.
care, Ayana. I'm still reading stuff. That's why you my niece. Shit. I ain't holding shit.
Talk about clear plate. I know that's right. I'm gonna clear me a plate. Talk about leave some on the plate. That's ladylike. Nigga, I'm clearing the plate and taking a dog
Yeah.
and taking a doggy bag.
What did say first time the air came out? Oh, I'm just
So she's
reading
like,
this.
wait, I got a. Rudy said, wait, I have got a question. Have y'all passed gas while having sex? Did you
That
keep
I've
going to
never
stop?
done.
Yeah, that I never did
I've
that.
never done that. I think I would be so freaking embarrassed,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna stop shit.
I mean, maybe I ain't gonna say gas, but maybe the coochie fart, the coochie part.
Yeah, that's just
The coochie.
regular.
If that's what you're talking about, Rudy, or
That's not fart. That's natural. When the air get up in there, that's natural. But I'm talking about straight passing gas doing sex.
yeah.
I think that's embarrassing. Now that is embarrassing. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. That's a good question. I don't think I can do
I
that.
was embarrassed like hell. I know that's
I
right.
draw the line at that now.
It's nothing to be
I know.
embarrassed about.
I think it was. What's that lady? I think they're getting a divorce right now. Um. What's the girl from Escape that's getting divorced with her husband? She said she tooted a car. I remember she did an interview and she said they was having sex one time and she farted and they laughed it off and stuff. And I was like, I couldn't do that.
I have never experienced that.
Candy from Escape.
Oh, okay.
She said she did that one time. I ain't
I
nobody
ain't looking
farting
at
on you doing
pictures.
sex.
I'm looking at pictures.
No, that right there. That's a bit nasty. Now that's a bit nasty. Nah, farting doing sex. Nah,
Why is it nasty if it's something you can't control?
I mean,
and
yeah.
everybody do pass gas.
But my thing is, I stop midway and say I gotta run to the bathroom. Something.
Really?
Something. Cause my stomach, I ain't gonna feel comfortable. I gotta feel comfortable when I'm doing the do. I gotta be all in and everything, and that little gas probably gonna try to hold me back. And I need to be all in. So I hold on, baby. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. And I go and pass my little gas.
Sex.
And pass my little gas and come on back to it. Shit.
Yes, Lord.
I mean, I guess being married now, maybe if I was dating someone and we wasn't like married, maybe I'll feel some type of way. I don't know. I've never experienced farting during sex. So I don't know about that one.
No, for me.
So you
Well,
ain't
usually
holding
I ain't
nothing like
holding
might
nothing
catch a
back.
Charlie
Might
horse.
catch a Charlie horse.
That's true.
You ain't never
People be
caught a Charlie horse.
oh, catching a Charlie horse doing sex ain't no damn
Oh my
joke.
I've
God.
never, but he have, but I haven't.
Trying to ride and then you get a Charlie horse.
I ain't never
Goddamn.
had a time with Charlie horse.
That's
Never.
why you gotta eat them bananas and stuff.
Oh, your
Keep
ass
the
better
potassium
stretch.
up. Exactly.
Yep, leave the room and pass gas and come back.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm
I
saying.
think men catch Charlie horses more than women doing sex is because they be trying to hold their ejaculation. They be trying to make it last and that shit go through their body and that's how they get them damn Charlie horses.
You
Mm-hmm.
trying to do too much, yeah. And be trying to
I
do too
mean
much sometimes
just
too.
let it flow.
Look
Don't be
about that
what
sound
you
like
holding it for? It's
that
there to
sound
be
like
released.
old people to her. Yeah, you gonna get up in age and you gonna get that Charlie horse.
Right,
Yeah,
we old.
they catch them now.
Some young
Shit.
folks don't know nothing about that. Keep apple
Who's
cider
gonna keep
vinegar
apple
by the
cider vinegar
bed.
by the bed?
That little nasty
Girl,
tasting apple cider. What does that do,
Yeah,
Kim?
what it's supposed to do?
Help us out. We want to know something. Let's talk
I ain't
about it.
keeping it by my bed though. I got it in the cabinet.
Oh, that's what they doing. They catching the Charlie horse, but they holding their farts in ace. Oh, for the
For the
cramps.
cramp.
Okay.
Has your hips ever been locked up on you?
Not yet. Hopefully it
No,
never
not yet,
does.
honey.
Hopefully
Not
it never
I
does.
got at my tender age and my little thickness, I still got Megan knees and hips. I
Oh
ain't never experienced
Lord.
that yet.
Yeah, not the hip thing. Ain't never heard that one.
Not yet. Hopefully never.
Not
Knock
yet.
on wood.
Look, if it do, I'm jumping in a whole nother position.
Oh,
Now you
I
get
can't.
damn hip lock up, you ain't jumping no damn way.
nowhere but on the floor.
What about
Someone please call 911.
call
Right,
911?
right.
Yeah, and my thing is too, when you cohabitate with people, these are the things that you experience. Because sometimes, like when you dating, and if they're spending the night at your place or you spending the night at their place, there are a lot of things that you don't really experience until you live with the person, like the farts, right? Like the even doing the sex part. Sometimes you have sex, spend the night, and go home the next day. People don't really kind of lay around, talk, watch movies and stuff unless it's a serious relationship.
Right, you
So
don't know
you
how
don't
they
get to,
clean, how clean they are until you move in
yeah.
with them, and they
Mhm.
don't clean up like you clean up. Y'all, you bumping heads with that. Yeah. So
Yeah. Or they leave the
Yeah.
shit in the toilet for you to come in next behind them. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people, and even like when you don't even know how people are just in general, going to going into their personal space, seeing
Mm-hmm.
how they, you know, financially, how they handle bills and how they raise their children. What balance do they have? Any type of like priorities? Like what's more important? How do they
Correct.
place their lives, their work ethics? You
Right.
don't know a lot about an
I
individual
agree.
until
Because
you cohabitate with them.
what they show you when you out dating, you don't really know until you live
Yeah.
with them. Be like,
right.
oh,
Even if you just spending time at their place, and y'all not living together. Yeah, they're gonna keep it clean.
correct.
Because you're coming over. But once y'all move in, they may feel they don't have to be as clean as they or that's just them. But they
Yeah.
were just cleaning up because you came over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think shared, like they talk about the 50-50, the 10 to the 80-20 and all of that stuff. It whatever dynamics work for people's households and their relationships, that's what it is. But I think that whether somebody paying 100%, 50-50, 80-40, 20-60, whatever, I think everything should be shared. The responsibility shouldn't be only on one individual. And I think there's a lot of expectations out there where, you know, a lot of men want the traditional relationship, but it's pretty much a lot of it is one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want the cooking, the cleaning, the housekeeping, and taking care of the house and all of that. But then you still want your woman to pay the bills and do all of that too. But you just want to pay your portion of the bills and don't want to cook and
work and
clean
come home.
and
Right.
do all of that other stuff. So and that's a conversation that should be had going into any type of cohabitation, any marriage, any relationship, period, because you need to know how your partner, you know, raise kids. Like when my husband, when we was dating one time, and my son, I think he was about 14, and that stuck with me because I'm that type of parent. I'm a get your ass up and do this and do that because he was a boy. So I was kind of rough with him, and I was like, "Get your motherfucking ass up and go wash them dishes." And da 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 da. And one day he told me, he was like, "I don't like the way you talking to him." He said, "You know, you talking to him too harsh. Yeah, I understand you trying to get your, you know, your point across to him, but don't talk to him like that." So from that day forward, I kind of watched how I talked to my son. I was still being strong and hard with him because he was a young man, you know.
Yeah.
But I kind of, every time I was yelling at him and talking to him, it reminded me of what he said. So that kind of helped me, you know, raising boys and stuff, you know, single mom, and, you know, you want to be hard on your boys, you know, you don't want them to be.
They're going to grow up and be somebody's husband. So
and I used to tell mine all the time.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody. They're not bringing you back to me. They're not sending you back. When you go out there and you meet somebody's daughter, I want them to say, you know, Miss Lynn raised you right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know how to cook, clean, and right now my boys, they live alone and they cook, they clean and stuff like that. And because I instilled that in them, but I was also always, and I had to call, I had to know how to, you know, talk to them just to make sure, you know, yeah, you're a boy, I'm going to be on your ass, but I still love you, you know? And so, but that's him on the outside looking in. You know, people see how, you know, raise your kids, how you handle, you know, situations. You having a bad day at work, you cohabitate with somebody. They come home, they throw their shoes or they work clothes or whatever, and they don't speak to you or don't, you know.
Beat you getting mad. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes too, a lot of people, they say a lot of, especially people in I want to say any work industry, but you know, when they come home and it's like the first person that they take all their anger out be their spouse, their girlfriend, the person that they're living with.
Yeah.
So you gotta know how to deal with, you know, all types of stuff when you're living with somebody. It's not unlocking that door and coming in. It's a lot go on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know.
Because finances number one will have you up and out, you know, with your partner back and forth.
Yeah.
By them damn coins.
Yeah, you gotta be with somebody that know how to financially handle bills and be responsible and think about it. Because now you're not only thinking for yourself, you have an entire family and things that you have to be able to balance each other off. You know, sometimes, you know, you have to be with somebody that know if I fall sick today, you know, you're gonna hold the family down, you know, or if I fall sick today, everything we gonna be homeless, you know, and shit like that. So you know, that's a lot that goes on with cohabitation. What have you guys, or even in the chat, any experience have you guys had with a negative or a bad, like a real bad experience with cohabitating with someone?
I mean, I guess well, not every, but some breakups are like that because beginning, again, you start off knowing them, you thought you knew them very well, you move in the process, and then shit just go left for all type of different reasons. It could be fidelity, it could be finances, children. So it all depends.
Right, because I mean, and it all goes into how, you know, the individual was raised too. You know, because like with me growing up, like birthdays, Christmas, all that was celebrated. With my husband, it wasn't. So when we got together, moved in together, have kids, we bumped heads like around Christmas time of what I was getting the kids, how much money I was spending on the kids,
That's a
you know,
good one
stuff like
too.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
You
one.
know, and like it's like, well, you know, my parents did that. You know, we had Christmas, we had birthdays. Every birthday was celebrated. You know, every Christmas. You know, and he didn't have that same upbringing, so we bumped heads with that. Like, why you back? Why you spending all that money? Why you getting them this? Why you doing it? Why you doing that? Because I had it, so I wanted my
Correct.
kids to have
Yeah, and that's how
Yeah.
you
it, you
keep
know.
up your tradition of things.
Right.
Yeah, and again, like us too, our tradition is very different from others.
Y'all see this man calling me out, talking about he learned his wife like to fight. Man, hush.
She used to be fighting.
You talking about you learn your wife. I mean, raising up in Miami, Florida, honey, you
You
had
had
to
no
learn how to
choice.
fight. We had to fight. I'm sorry.
Same,
And
same. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had to learn how to fight, and I used to fight men. That's how I kept my what we call it, our strap game back in the day. That's how
Yeah.
I kept that thing tight. I was fighting boys and and
And
stuff like that.
fighting our brothers and
What
cousins,
they
our
say,
blood
anybody
cousins.
can get it. Yeah, I mean,
Anybody.
we're the same thing. Me and my sister, we were the only two girls with a whole bunch of boy cousins, and they used to beat
Mhm.
Yeah.
my ass. Like to the
Mhm.
point that I got tired of them beat my ass, and you know, it taught me how to fight. I fought back. Then I'm crazy because I'm fighting you back now. But you can
Yeah.
beat my ass all these years. No, now I'm tired of getting my ass beat.
You
Now I'm
fighting
crazy.
back now.
Yeah, now I'm fighting back. I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
said, "Anybody."
But
I,
yeah,
I'm,
I definitely
I
understand.
mean, that's just how it is. I tell my husband stories. He be like, "Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that." Yeah, I mean, everybody had a past. I was out there fighting and doing that stuff. I wasn't officially in a gang or none of that type of stuff. But yeah, I beat some asses back in the day.
Say allegedly.
Allegedly.
My brother made me and my sister fight him for sport. Yeah, I'm telling you, we had them boy cousins like Tisa,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, we fought. Growing up, we were so tight knit. Our cousin group and stuff like that. We
Mm.
used to go out together, and when I say one person, we went to a club once. Well, it was not even a club; it was like a little
House party.
party.
Hmm.
And one of my cousins, we saw him. He was fighting somebody, messing with somebody woman. I mean, mind you, we 16, 17, we kids. And
Mm-hmm.
15, we kids. And I saw my older brother jump the fence and no questions asked. We didn't care who, what, when, where, and why. It was about 20 of our ass, all cousins. We
And
all
one
jumped that
fight, we
fence
all
and
fight.
we beat asses. You hear me?
Yeah,
And
one
that's
fight,
just how
everybody
it
fight.
was.
Right.
That's how it is.
It's
Mm.
true. That cousin are like, yeah, cousins. Growing up, our cousins was just like our siblings. Our
Yeah.
parents, we lived like a house apart. Like it was like my aunt's house, then it was like a set of like duplexes, then it was our house, then it was like a set of some other type of housing, then it was my other aunt house. We all went to school together. We rode all in the damn station wagon with my uncle. We
Yeah.
grew up tight.
Yeah, that's why
That's just
that's where
how it
the
was.
cousin, brother, cousin, sister came in at. You know, I have
Hmm.
cousins
Exactly.
right now
Yep.
today. I call my cousin brother or my cousin sister because, you
Yeah,
know, it was more than just a cousin.
yeah. So, and
Yeah.
then you find out, you find out people upbringing and stuff like that and how they handle stress. Me personally, how I handle stress, I shut down. And I think and they say Libras do that a lot. I shut down and I want to just sit back and analyze the situation. I don't like to have people, burden people with my problems. So I kind of want to handle them myself.
Mhm.
So and sometimes I just shut down and won't say anything. But if your partner know you or
They
who
know
you
what's
with,
going on.
they know
Right.
when
Yeah.
something wrong. And my
Definitely.
husband always be like, "You off, your energy off, something wrong." And you try to hide it, be like, "I'm okay, I'm okay." But if they
Hmm.
know you, they know because the whole house
Yeah.
shifts.
Yeah.
Your whole house shifts. You bring that bad juju into the house, and everything is like, ugh.
You're right. You're right.
So that's one of the things too. You have to communicate with your partner when you're having stuff. So that's my thing with stress. whether
Yeah,
it's work stress, any
I don't
type of
hold, I
stuff.
let this shit out. I don't hold mine in. Like I let it out. I mean, and especially like with with my spouse. I mean, it's like I should be able to come to you for anything anyway. I should be able to talk to you about anything. I should have I let it out. I don't
How
hold
do
it.
you let it out? Are you aggressive with it, or
I'm
are
very
you
aggressive.
very?
I'm very
Yeah,
aggressive,
I am too.
unfortunately, but I
I'm
am.
So
aggressive
no,
with it.
no gentle letting it out. You just be like,
I
It's no,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I it's just the way I am, I guess. And at this point, it ain't changing. So
but
yeah.
I think he knows you. He knows you, and he knows how to kind of handle that
Right. Know
Yeah,
aggressiveness.
of
what
course.
buttons
You
not
know?
to push here
Okay.
and there. So yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely know you.
yeah. And with me too, I know my husband. I know how much I can do, sort of
Right.
say.
Yeah.
So I try to be aggressive a lot, you know, not in a like way, but I when I get to that point, it's like, okay, we need to relax and have a
Yeah.
conversation, you know,
Yeah.
because I know how far I can get, you know,
Of
until
course.
he be like,
Everybody, know that, because if we didn't, shit, we'd be in the fighting.
Rocco said, "Let me give my brother a
yeah, go give him a hug,
Which one?
hug." Both of them.
go give him a hug, because
But
Tissa
now,
be over there,
yeah,
she
yeah.
be over there abusing that man.
I really don't. But yeah, y'all see, he be fucking with me. I be just fine. He
And
be fucking with me, so it's
that's the
like he
same
like
way.
it. He
Do
wants
he
it. You know
do.
what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is.
That's the same way I am, Lolo. I hold my stress in and deal with it myself. I don't like to add. I don't like to add to anybody else's play. And that's the. And I think, what's your sign?
I
Because
think it's as far as my spouse, anybody else, no, because I always say my misery don't like company.
yeah.
Like they say, misery loves company. Man don't
Yeah.
like company. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not gonna call you or black and put all that off on y'all. So, Capricorn, yeah,
Oh,
that's my
that's my husband, Capricorn.
husband Capricorn. So, oh Lord, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and he hold his stress into, and
Yeah.
when he's having those bad days, I can call it out as soon as he walk in the door. So I be like, "What's wrong with you? You
Mm-hmm.
are you off? You know?"
It's all
And I
in their
think,
face. You can see it all in their
yeah,
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in their
he's
face.
when is his birthday? December 27th.
That's about Capricorn in the
Capricorn in the
building.
building.
Boo.
Right, boo.
Yeah, and that, and I think, but you have to know how to balance your your person off and
Yeah.
stuff, because they're saying like 34% of marriages end in divorce because couples who live together before getting married, is 34% of those marriages end in divorce, where it's 23% when they don't live together. Me,
Really? I would think it would be higher if they don't live together.
yeah, and see
Mm-hmm.
with me. My first experience with marriage, I went from a parent house to a man's house,
That's what I did.
and I didn't know, to like you were saying earlier, I didn't know how to cook. My granny and my mama cooked and did all of that housekeeping and motherly stuff. And I tell my kids all the time, I love y'all, but my goal was to never have children. I wanted to be the rich auntie.
That's
You know,
that
that
was
was
me.
me.
Like I ain't want no
And
kids. I
yeah,
said I
that was
want to get
me.
married.
That
I
was
wanted to be a
me.
lawyer. I mean, because I love to argue, but y'all know that. Like I
Yes,
Yeah.
argue to
yes.
the
But that's
fucking
not what God had designed for us.
evidently not.
And that's what I always said. So I had that first experience. Of course, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It was shotgun. It was had to do it and all that. So I didn't really have that right experience, but I did it the right way. I went from
Right.
a parent home to a home. I raised my
I did
kids.
too.
I told my kids, I want y'all to live with y'all person, because the experience I had with the ex-husband, it was like, it was night and day.
Yeah.
Culturally, we were different
Okay.
because I'm Haitian, he was American. So bringing those two cultures together was wild. He was raised. We both had two parents in the household, so that
Mhm.
was still kind of like the same. But it was just like the way he was brought up and the way I was brought up. We was more church and religion and stuff like that. His folks did their thing. So bringing those two entities together without us even living in the same home, not knowing what he liked, what I liked, it was horrible. So, and I told my kids, I said, you do what you wish, but preferably I would like for you to at least live with your person. It's not the biblical way, but
Yeah,
to each his own,
right.
but so you can know your person better. That's why me and my husband, we lived together before we got married. We knew, what
But
triggered,
at
what
the
didn't
same
trigger.
time, too, people get too comfortable when you live in and
Yeah.
living, doing all the things that a wife's supposed to do. They feel like shit. Well, I married a cow. I'm already milking it.
Yeah, but that's where conversations come in,
Absolutely.
and you set dates and you set expectations, and if it don't happen, then another conversation is had, and you gotta break it up. If the man is going to be riding you for 10 years and not,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
5 years and not marrying you,
But if that's what y'all agree upon, that's fine. If that's what you want too.
yeah,
But
if
yeah, I
that's what you
mean,
want.
yeah.
If you say, okay, we're gonna live together for 5 years, we're gonna date for 5 years, and then maybe someone is in school or someone is doing something or whatever, and then after that we gonna get married, then do that. But if the woman is keep riding you, when do we get married? Now at this point you don't pump 4 5 babies into the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? When we gonna get married? When we
Yeah,
gonna get
get too
married?
comfortable.
Yeah, when we gonna get married? When we gonna get married? Like I be seeing these reels where the man get on his knees and talking about getting married. It was when the lady was in the kitchen washing dishes, and she took the ring, put it on her finger, and kept washing the dishes. They said there were 4 kids with 10 years in.
Exactly.
That's,
At
that's,
that point, that was your wife. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
yeah, because they bringing back common
That's
law.
true.
Yeah,
They bringing that back. I mean, but yeah, like, because with us, he proposed. We was engaged like 2 years, and I'm like, okay, what we doing?
yeah,
Exactly.
'Cause I'm not finna, yeah. And we
yeah.
went to
We
the
we
courthouse and we did it.
yeah we were
Yep.
we were
All at
we
the same Mm-mm.
I think we're together 2.5 years. I had wrote it on my calendar. We were officially, we had been knowing each other for a while, but we was officially together. I think it was 2.5 years, and I wrote it on my calendar. And I was like, if he don't propose this day, we gonna have to have a conversation.
I know that's
And
right.
he actually did. He proposed. I
In
want to
some
say
states, they
maybe,
did get rid of common law, but
yeah.
they're supposed to be bringing them back, bringing it
And
back. Some places they did get rid of it.
so he proposed. I think it was 2.5 years in, and then we was engaged. We was engaged for another 5. But we talked about it.
Right.
We talked about it, and I was letting. I wasn't going to push, but I did say if it didn't happen, we was going to have another conversation. We may have to have gone our separate ways. As much as I love my husband, but it was just like you gotta give. You can't force a man, because once you force him, then
Yeah,
it's
it ain't
like
gonna
you're
be right.
defeating the purpose, because now he's doing it
Correct.
out of an obligation or ultimatum, and
Right.
at the end of the day, that's not what you want. You don't want nobody to be with you out of fear. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to be with you out of love. My husband
Right.
proposed to me after 6 months of dating and living together. See, that's good. Well, my battery's
I
dying,
know.
y'all.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we was 2 of us together 2, and he proposed. Then we were engaged for 2, and then got married. So we was
I
together
mean,
4
some
in
some
total.
men know. Some men know when to do. They know
Yeah.
when they ready. You can't force nobody to be ready. They know when they're
Correct.
ready. But some of them, you gotta light a little fire up under their ass, because you ain't finna be riding me for
10, 20
15
years.
16
Yeah. Yeah.
years and
Right.
and think it's okay. We're not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially I'm cooking, cleaning, I'm helping you pay bills, I'm doing this, I'm doing
See,
that,
that's
I'm
that's
fucking, I'm
that's the thing.
sucking.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I here
You
doing
doing
all
all
the things
this.
of the things, and I ain't got, I got to see my, how they say it, I got to see my investment.
Yeah, you gotta see your investment. He always wanted to get married. I've never did, LOL, not in the beginning anyways. And it'd be like that. It'd be like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes, a man that has a family background, that instills in family, and that love of family dynamic, always wants to get married.
Correct. And come from
And
a big family. They
yeah,
want to get married.
they always want to get married. Even the ones you least suspect, the ones you think are hoes running the streets and all that. It's about finding the right person.
Correct.
We always have to make sure we find. Tisa, you froze.
No.
Oh, we all it's all about finding the right partner,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes back to the title of the chat, the live. How well do you know your partner? You can't force nobody to be with you.
No.
Correct.
And then you can't force nobody to live with you. You can't bamboozle your way into living with somebody, and stuff. I call those type of people, male or female, I call them financial catfishers.
Well,
They
not really. I no, because when it start getting a little winter, everybody be booed up. When it start getting cold outside, people be trying to find somewhere to stay.
So yeah,
So I can't.
some do just want to have a title, but it's a lot
yeah,
coming with that title. It's a lot
it's a
coming with
lot
that
come with
title.
that. And my thing is, what exactly does the title really mean? My thing is, if you don't have signed paperwork, you can claim a title all day. Like, you hear a lot of people saying marriage is just a piece of paper,
It's just a
but
piece of paper. Yeah.
that piece of paper weighs
Holds a
so
lot.
much.
Yeah, it holds a
Yeah.
lot of weight. It holds
Holds a
a whole
lot
lot of
of
weight. It
weight.
does. It
Yeah,
does.
because I heard a guy say that too. So what about the deed to your house? You know what I'm saying? Or your your
Your
pictures for your
401k,
car.
your social security and
Yes.
stuff like that. Like,
All that is just a piece of paper, but it holds a lot of weight.
even with my dad and my mom was separated for 11, 12 years. I can't even remember now. And we kept telling her, when she was body enabled, go ahead and divorce this man. He's not coming back. He clearly has moved on with another woman. My mom was one of those. I love my mom, but she was one of those women that did not really. She didn't want the religion. She didn't believe in divorce. And two, she was in love with a man that didn't love her,
Mm.
and she did not care that he didn't love her. She wanted to be Mrs. Jules. That was just her thing.
Mm.
And when my mom passed away, the first thing this man said to my sister was, hurry up so I can file the Social Security papers.
So he can get his Social Security. Yeah.
And to this day, he still gets Social Security. Mary, I think, because they were in their 60s when she passed, he's getting it for the rest of his life, and he remarried legally. He still gets it. So it's that paper weighs a lot,
Yeah, I mean, 'cause my mom and dad wasn't together for 30 years, and my dad passed last year. She's getting his because they
Yeah,
never divorced. They just, he was with somebody, she was with somebody, but they were still married.
yeah,
So when he passed last year, she was able to go and she gets his.
yeah. And that's why when people say it's just a piece of paper, it's not.
Mm-mm.
It is. It holds
It's
a lot of
not.
weight. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a lot of answers and responsibility to answer behind it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does.
Because when you talking about 401k, you talking about house deeds, you talking about life insurance. I mean, you can put life insurance on anybody. I can put life insurance on y'all.
Right.
But you talking about just things like that are important. Life and death situations that, your adult children, your mom or your daddy, nobody can make those decisions but your spouse. So
Exactly.
Exactly.
when you talking about, going and signing them papers, that shit is serious.
It is. Yeah. Very
That
much.
shit is serious. And when you talking about, cohabitating in a home, how about cohabitating in a home with blended, like, sets of children, like the Brady Bunch? That's a whole different conversation of its own, because different children are raised different ways, and then when they come into your home, you try to, instill them your way of upbringing, but then you still have to make sure you stay in your lane too,
Yeah. Because
as
there's
being a step
no wrong.
parent.
Yeah. Yes. What's
Held on the word marriage, no love and no trust, just the word. And I see
Yeah.
that those are the crazy people. Because my thing is, why you want to say you married, and you don't love the person, you don't want to have nothing to do with the person, you cheating on the person, you're lying, you're stealing, and you just want to say you married. That, to me, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like,
I had a girl tell
People
me
do
she
it
wanted
every
to get
day.
married just for the stability. And I'm like, baby, if that's all you want to get married for is the stability, you don't get married.
But
Because you
what
never get
exactly
paid.
what exactly is the stability?
Basically,
What
she was talking about the money, like the dude taking care of her, you know. And I'm like, if that's all you, that's more than stability. And if that's all you want, then don't get married. You know, it
my
ain't.
thing is, and people like that always say, I want to get married for the stability, I want to get married for this, what the person could do for me. They're the one that drop dead first and leave that person with all they shit.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? You can't go into a situation wanting the upper hand on anybody because God don't like ugly. You know,
exactly.
at the end of the day, you can be with somebody and you can go into it with a different mindset. Or I'm gonna go in and use them, like the one I sent y'all earlier in our
Yeah.
chat. When the
Oh, the
lady,
girl.
when the man that like, ma'am,
You was
you did
lucky for
all
him
this.
to want to marry you with 6 kids, first of all.
Yeah, you was looking for this man to want to marry you for 6 kids, and he was a good man.
Yeah, I
And
Yeah.
mean, I ain't
it be
gonna say a
it be
good man.
those good
I ain't gonna
men.
say no good man. He probably had his little flaws that
I
she
mean,
didn't have no.
everybody has flaws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everybody has flaws, but for the
he
most
was
part, he
doing for the most
was.
part. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
yeah.
Right.
My thing is, you went out with your motorcycle club, fucking and fucking all the men in the motorcycle club,
Because
and
what
you
man
leave,
is gonna let his woman leave the house at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about going out to a fucking club anyway? I don't care what club it is.
and you home with 6 children that are not yours,
Exactly.
that you're babysitting while she outside with other men,
Right.
and it's again, that's knowing your partner.
Hmm.
So she knew her partner enough to know, I'm letting him know that it's a mandatory motorcycle club meeting at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning
He was
that I
just a
gotta go
dummy
to.
at that point.
Yeah, that
Cause
I
ain't
gotta
no
go to.
way.
And then my thing is that goes to, because most of us are in like car clubs or in a car world. That goes to you got your husband or your girl or your wife, they're in a club and you're not in the club,
Hmm.
or you're not in the organization, whatever it is. They're telling you it's a man. You mean to tell me you never, like the judge asked, you never went with her
Yeah.
to see what she
What
got
was
going
going
on,
on?
what
Right.
she doing? You're not spying, but you still want to be involved in your
Right.
partner's life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you're not going to see what this motorcycle club is about? She's having these functions. You're not going not one time to go see what's happening at these clubs and stuff like that.
And
And
I
she
was
coming
That's
back.
crazy.
Yeah, coming back pissy, drunk, and carrying on. That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you cooking, you getting the kids breakfast and stuff ready and packing their lunches and stuff for them, and she's the mother, and you're not. And these children weren't even your children.
Exactly. Well,
You
she
know?
got her a good babysitter.
Yeah, and again, but that's understanding your partner. He knew what she was doing because he
Yeah.
told the judge
Correct. He
what what
suspected
what
her
he
too.
felt she was doing, and she was under oath, and she told the truth. Yes.
No
And
shame in
then
it either. Wasn't no
and
shame.
she was like, and she said, but it was only 2 times, 3 times is a strike. The fuck?
The first time.
The fuck?
Yep, I would have
So
packed my
you
bag.
wanted him to give you 3 strikes. You wanted him to give you 3 strikes.
Well, I wouldn't even packed her bag because he would have had to stay with them kids. I would have packed my shit and left.
Well, but didn't they say they wasn't? They had their own separate places. They wasn't even living together.
At first, they were living together when by the time they came to the court.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but still, so
And they
you.
wasn't married. So he was like, even staying home with the kids, he said he didn't know how to chastise them because he wasn't really their
Yeah, because they
stepfather.
were
Yeah.
running wild,
Yeah.
and that's another thing too
You
with
said him overstepping
cohabitating.
boundaries. Yeah.
And it's mainly men, because most men don't bring their children into the home unless he has full custody, and stuff like that. So you
Most of
normally
them.
find the situation where the man come in, or the woman either comes with her bundles into the home with a man, or the man come with himself into the home with the woman and her bundles.
Right.
And you get to the point, and like, how do you raise other people's children knowing their dynamics? It's kind of easier for a man to come in, step in, and kind of be a stepdad, and blend with that dynamic and that cohabitation, because the kids are going to be there every day, all day.
Right.
Right.
But how do women that have to cohabitate with children from men that are raised differently. They eventually go home to their moms, and then when they come back, it's like, how do you cohabitate in those type of environment? How well do you know your household bring, and how do you watch your spouse, your significant other, how do you watch them raise their kids to know how you can help them raise their kids?
Right.
Especially
You
if
know
she
what I mean?
was never home. So what the hell?
And she was never home, so he was trying to raise them, but he was saying they were running wild because he didn't really want to discipline another man's kid. Because
So if they
that's
let
one thing
him,
people gonna do. They want you to help them out and do everything that you can do. But as soon as you start saying stuff to the folk children, they
it's
don't
a
want you to say
problem.
nothing to their kids. It's a problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So where does that boundary lies? Because at the end of the day, we're still cohabitating,
I
Yeah.
just
whether
think
they're
he was a
weekend
damn fool
kids or
anyway.
forever kids. You still have to cohabitate with the children.
And it
Right.
takes both adults to do it together. And we back on lack of communication when there's
Yeah.
no communication in the home.
Yeah. And let's talk about communication and cohabitation too. Like, where, and even in the chat, give us experience where you felt like, when living with someone, either current or in the past, where communication wasn't one on one, and there was a lot of, lack of communication, and how did that cause the relationship to, arise? Like, how did it go? Did it go negatively, positively? Were you able to kind of talk it through, work it out, stuff like that? How do you guys think with communication and doing cohabitation? Do you think your partner should tell you every single thing that's going on, or should tell you everything that concerns you?
I
No.
think it's everything that's going to affect the household.
Correct.
Everything that's going to make a shift, create a shift in the household, you should know about it. They should talk to you about it.
Hmm.
Anything that got to do with the household. If
Yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
I
to,
agree.
regardless if it's going to affect me, it's going to affect the kids. I mean, if it's going to affect how your daily living goes, yeah, they should
Yeah.
tell you.
Because I
Because
know.
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, when it's like that too, people require your husband to be in all these different places. And
Hmm.
I need you to be where you need to be for me. So yeah, definitely communication.
Right.
So everybody can be on
Yeah.
the same page.
Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, they tell you what they want you to know, sort of say,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
not what you need to know. And I
Need to
think
know. Right.
I think I think I think, if, to your point, Tisa, if it what is this one saying? Y'all read that one, because I'm speaking. If it has to do with anything with the household, any shift in scheduling, anything, it should be an upfront conversation versus just like a flyby. I
Correct.
think it's more like, oh, da 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 is happening, and it should be more of, let's sit down and talk about, this is what happened, this is what's going on, this is what I'm going to do, stuff like that. I think a lot of, and that's again, knowing, understanding, and knowing your partner,
Mm-hmm.
knowing when to communicate with them. You don't have to ask for permission, because we're grown, but you
Exactly.
definitely need to give somebody a heads up, or have a decent conversation versus a flyby conversation.
Correct. What you say? Our parents have to be on the same page when it comes to the kids. Of course, the kids have
Yeah,
to know that although the parents are there, not their biological parent, they are still parent figures. I agree.
yeah, yeah,
Still
You
got to
say I
have that
love
respect,
system.
especially when they come into your home.
That
yeah,
need to know everything. Yeah, I mean, it's not knowing every single thing, but I need to know every single thing that has to do with this household. If it's going to
yeah,
affect this household, you damn right I need to know everything that's going on in
Yeah.
my house. That's going
Like
to
for
affect
example,
me
for the
and
ones
my
who
kids
still
and how my house is ran and what's going to transpire. Yeah, I need to know every single
correct.
thing.
Like
because
now,
sometimes.
school about to start, kids gonna need school stuff. I need you to communicate so we can make sure we got them finances together, our
Exactly.
budget together. It's not just
Right.
running that card,
Right.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So yeah, definitely
Now,
communicate.
if y'all, I don't need to know where you're going when you leave the house, unless that shit's gonna affect what happens when you come back to the house.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But other than that, hey, have at it.
yeah.
And my
I
thing
think.
is too, don't you don't need to. For me personally, when you in a relationship or married or whatever, I shouldn't have to ask.
You
And
have to,
that
you
I
need to
think
be
that's the
transparent.
thing.
Conversation, you should be pulling
Yeah,
me like, babe, guess what? Oh,
right,
this, what, this, that, and the
right.
third. When I'm starting to ask, it piss me off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I shouldn't have to ask you, or you hear from somebody else. Like, why the fuck
yeah,
I had to
Yeah.
hear from such and so when you could have just opened your mouth and so.
yeah.
Correct.
And I
That,
think that's a big thing for me. If I gotta ask or probe anything, like
mm-hmm.
It's a problem.
don't have information me. Don't say
Right.
I'm going up the street and around the corner. What why I mean, it's not that you're grown and you can't explain to me, but you going up the street and around the corner to do what? Not necessarily you have to give me every step, just kind of example like that. Or, I'm doing this, or I'm going to the store to buy this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give me
Or I'm
any
going
all of
yeah,
an
I'm going to the
example.
cigar with the boys. It's not like people be like, oh, keeping a track on people and
Well,
all of that.
asking for
It's not
permission is
that.
not. It's not. It's none of that. It's like you're big.
Yeah.
You
For me, it'd be for safety reason. Anyway, anything can happen out there.
Yeah.
right.
And
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 I know
I
where
and
the
I
hell
mean
you
I
at.
you don't have to share your location and whatever, but I you do worry. It's a crazy world out there. You do kind of worry about people when they're not home. But just kind of to like Black, going back to what Black said, I shouldn't have to probe you for information. If you're saying you're doing this, and that, you should be able to tell me in one breath
Yeah.
what the lick is. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. I shouldn't have to say, oh, okay, because
Yeah.
then I get to the point where I don't give a fuck anymore, and I'm not gonna ask,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, why should I have to pull it out of you if you doing something or you going somewhere or you know, just say it.
It's easy as one, two, three.
Yeah, just say it. I shouldn't have to probe and ask you why you doing it or when you doing it, or I shouldn't have to have follow-up questions if you come straight up forward with me and tell
Right.
me what it is up front. There should not be any follow-up question. Just
Right.
be respectful. Exactly. Just be
Yeah.
respectful. If you can't be forthcoming with the information, I'm going to think you're hiding something.
Absolutely.
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 Absolutely. And I think a lot of people say a lie of omission of something is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie. You didn't tell me either. It's a
Yeah.
lie.
And you end up somewhere else, and I see you on live somewhere else in somebody's background. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it's a lie by omission. Yeah.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Whether you told me the truth, you could have said, oh, I went up the street to Black Point. I went up the street to go talk to the homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you look on social media and you find out you and the homeboy went to the cigar bar.
Correct.
Motherfucker, just say that.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And
Just
then,
say
some
that.
people's like, what to say. Well, I'm asking. It's not asking for permission. I mean, it's just like being held accountable. Being
Yeah.
respectful. That.
You're in a relationship. You're cohabitating with somebody. Somebody is waiting up for you at home,
Exactly.
waiting for you to come through the doors, because folks can't sleep if their significant other, their partner, their children, even their
Exactly.
siblings. You want to make sure people get home. Like even us with the car culture, when we leave an event, what we say, put it in the chat, you made it home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everybody makes it home safely. We departed at one location. We want to make sure everybody made it home safely. Once everybody start chiming in, I made it home, I made it home, I made it home, then we at peace. We move on to the next
Correct. All
day.
our peoples are safe home. Yeah. We love you too.
Folks love to hide. My thing is, if you have to hide anything from your significant other, your partner, whether you cohabitating or not, that's just a respect thing in a relationship,
Yeah,
period.
I agree.
There, you shouldn't have to lie. I don't like, what to say?
Yeah, I don't like up the street, down the street. It leaves too much room for speculations, and they absolutely do because
Yes.
you know where you're going. So
My
don't tell me you
glasses.
just
You're
going up the
going up the
street.
street.
You know
Yeah.
exactly where you're going. So
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm just running to drop something off, and you dropping something off, and it's 3 hours later, your ass ain't back yet.
Exactly.
My thing is just say it. Because if
Yeah.
you don't say it, I think Lolo said that before. If you don't say it, I think you hiding something.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then there go, that's when lack of trust come in, and then here come the whole bad juju all in the house because now everybody have an attitude, and stuff like that. And you have to have respect when you're living with people. You're not asking for permission, because if you want to do your own thing and come in and out as you please, you need to have your own place.
Period.
You need to live alone so you can move about the cabin as you wish.
As you feel, yeah.
And now, if you cohabitating with someone, married or not, you need to be respectful to your partner. You need to be able to communicate. You're not asking for permission. No one is asking you to say, I'm going to the grocery store.
But
But when I grab my keys and I'm like, babe, I'm running to Publix real quick, I let my husband know where I'm running to Publix. Most of the time I try to drag him with me, come ride with me to Publix. But you gotta have that communication. You just can't get up and walk out the door and
don't say nothing. You just gone. Like, yeah.
I
but
look
at
over
my younger days, though, when I was the younger wife me, I got to a point where I was doing that because I felt like I was so. Again, that was I could speak on it now because I'm older and wiser, but the immature me was like, I left a daddy that was controlling, that was overbearing, that was always, we couldn't really do shit growing up, to a husband that was on my ass every 5 minutes. I couldn't breathe. So the rebellious me and the young me and the selfish me and the don't give a fuck me, I had that attitude. I would grab my keys and get up and say, I'll be back. Left him with them kids and I was gone. Shit, one time when I had my youngest son, I went through postpartum and I literally left them in Florida and came up here for 6 weeks. I left the newborn baby with him and the other 2 kids, and I came up here to get my mind because I was going crazy.
Yeah.
And it gets to that point where you get, you have to, either it's going to be me, because I remember going to my therapist, and one of the things she asked me, I think my baby was like 2 weeks old, my youngest. And she was like, what's wrong? And I told her, I said, I want to kill my husband and my whole family. She was like, oh, you like, they was going to Baker act me. They was going to put me, under supervision for 72 hours. Because I didn't understand what I was going through until I went to therapy, and I was going through postpartum. It was so much on me at a young age. By the age of 24, I had already had 3 kids and I was married, going to college. It was just so much on me that I could not bear. I could not. It was just like I had to get away, and I had a conversation. I was like, I have to go. I'm going to Georgia. I need to go see my mom. I need to do this. And I came and I said, them 8 weeks was the best thing I did to save my life.
Yeah.
And then once I got back, I started packing my shit. And it was trying to get my escape plan together. But that's a whole nother story.
That peace of mind is everything.
Yeah. But it's like, but you cohabitate with somebody, you living in the house with them every day, you're not happy, and you want out, and you don't know how to escape that.
Execute.
So that's why communication is key. That's why just choosing the right person is key, and everything like that, because it's not an easy thing when you live with somebody every day. And my oldest son, one time, and I knew it was time to let it go, when my oldest son was like, Mom, Daddy is running this house like an iron fist. When your kids can see that, and it impacts the children, that's when there's a change that need to be made, because now you're cohabitating with your kids, a spouse, and no one in the house is happy.
Correct.
So you got to really think about that, because them kids, their feelings are important too.
Yeah.
And they notice, they know when stuff is wrong, even if you don't, they know when the house is off, when it's a shift in the house too. They don't even have to say anything, but they know when mama ain't right, or they know.
So it's that understanding your partner, understanding who you're dealing with, and you got to make sure you making those right decisions. You got to make sure you're communicating with the people. You got to, with your person. Yeah, make sure you cooking not as often. You may not want to do it as often, but you still got to be able to, appease your spouse. I know
Exactly.
that's one of the things that we talk about all the time, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And I know that's one of the things my husband, and he tells me all the time, I just want a Sunday meal. And I'm working on it,
Cook that man a Sunday meal.
Cook that man a Sunday meal,
Cook
I
that
Jesus.
man a
could
Sunday meal.
look, let me tell y'all something. When we
Look,
had them
you
shows,
cook that man a Sunday
when
meal.
we had them
Cracker Barrel
when
getting
we had
that
them car
meal.
shows all late on Saturdays, I'd be wanting to sleep in.
You
You
can
know what I'm
still cook a
saying?
Sunday meal. Even you can even sleep in and still cook a quick Sunday meal.
Sorry.
I'm getting better. Husband, I'm getting better.
You better after the day, you better.
I'm getting better, and but like cook the meal and stuff like that, talk about your finances, talk about your, the way you like your house to be ran, how you want stuff clean and not clean, sharing the duties, it's not on one person.
Correct.
Cause sometimes I be like, I'm going on strike, cause it's like I'm the only one washing dishes around this motherfucker. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm going on strike. So, sometimes you just want to feel like everything is balanced off.
Yeah. And everything you complain about is being heard around the house too.
Right. When
Exactly. Men lie, women lie, Hicks lie, everything lie, but energies don't. Yeah, people energy do not lie.
Yeah.
numbers don't lie though, baby. They don't. It
Yeah,
is what it
Hicks
is. Two plus
numbers
two
can
is
you
gonna always
no
be
no no
close.
numbers you can cook. Look, I run analysis and data all day at work. You can run them numbers to make them lie.
Mm.
Yeah, but yes, they know what they're doing. Yeah,
You
now,
can you
two
can do
plus
you
two is
can do them
four. You
spreadsheets.
can't run
You
a
can do
number to
them
make
form.
two plus two be anything but four. Them numbers don't lie.
You you
They
you
can
can
be
run
off,
them
but
numbers.
they don't
You
lie.
can run them formulas and them numbers on that spreadsheet
So our numbers
and
can
and,
lie.
and make that sucker lie. You
Yeah,
can
I
do
agree
that.
with
You
that.
can you can really do that. So yeah, you can do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's how well do you know your partner in the chat? How well do you know your partner? What's some of the things they do that makes you be like, you didn't do that before we got together?
Mhm.
You
It's
didn't do that
it's
before we said the I do's or before we turned the key, before we signed the deed to the house note. You didn't do all that before we did all this. And now everything's changed. We woke up the next morning and it's like, who the hell is you?
yeah. Who the hell I'm sleeping next
Who
to?
the hell is you?
I just want to say that.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
that
telling
is
you, some
crazy.
people like you. I watch a lot of like the divorce courts and stuff like that, and you just hear the stories where people say and the things that they do, and it's like, how could you just come home and live with somebody and wake up the next morning and come back home again and you don't really like them?
That's crazy. But people
But you
do
know
that
what?
all
But
the
you know,
time.
even being married, you ain't gonna always like them. Like I can honestly say,
But
I
some
don't
people,
always like my husband.
yeah.
I
But
love
That's
some,
him,
the
but
but
I
the
don't
love
always
is still,
like
but the
him.
love
Yeah, but I don't always like
but
him.
that's different from when you still love and you still want to keep your marriage. Some people just stay for financial reasons.
You
yeah,
they do,
Nobody
or
can
being just
afford to
being
be alone.
comfortable. They just comfortable being, yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Like people, like Kim said, people change. The question is, do you want to grow with the change? And that's the biggest question.
yeah,
yeah,
Do you want to? Because we're going to change. Even with women now, the older we get, the more our body is changing, the more we're changing physically. I was watching Vivica Fox. She did an interview. She was talking about she's let her age with grace.
yeah.
yeah.
Everybody want her to be this beautiful young woman that she was all these years, but her body is changing. Everything is changing.
Don't
You
really know
the
it.
woman, yeah, the woman you met 20 years ago,
Ain't the same woman
ain't the
today.
same
And
woman. Even with me and my husband haven't been together 20 years, but we've been knowing each other 15 years. The woman he met 14, 15 years ago, it's not the same Lynn right now. I done gained a little weight, I'm getting
and
older,
Yeah,
and things like that. So you have to be able to understand and balance, you know,
And see,
do you want to
sometimes,
grow with that person?
and sometimes I think like that's what people don't realize, you know. Like, you know, I was 21 when I got with my husband. I'm
Mm-hmm.
51 now. I ain't that same 21-year-old little girl that, you know, he met then. I'm not the same as I was last year.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
You know, so, you know, people, and some people, they don't understand that. They want you to stay the same. If I stay the same, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in every aspect. That's
Yeah, and
mentally,
anything. Yeah, anything.
financially, spiritually, sexually. That's in
Yeah,
every aspect.
anything. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
like with me, like I be looking at my face, and I was talking about it on my with my the ladies at work, and I was like, I'm getting a little old lady, you know, like this. So I've been trying to work on my little weight
Baby,
and
I got
getting
it
this.
too. So, you know,
And
but
I've been trying to
hey,
get that.
Yeah.
And then I was telling my husband the other day, we was in the bathroom and we was brushing our teeth or doing something. We was talking. And I was like, babe, look. And he was like, what? I said, I'm getting older like the rest of the ladies in my family. I was like one of the few that didn't have like the freckles and the
And the
moles.
moles.
And I'm
yeah.
starting to get them. And I was like, oh, I said, babe, I'm looking like the rest of the girls in the family. Like I'm getting a little moles on my face now. But that's age, you know, you getting
It's age, and
older.
I mean, it's what can we do?
Yeah.
Unless we go to a
Age
doctor. And
with
I ain't going to
grace.
no
Yeah.
doctor to do shit. If God didn't
I'm
give it to me, I
telling
would not
you,
have it.
Michelle, these chins are chinning. Like, I'm really considering doing a goddamn Botox or
I
something in
got
my.
it. I do. So let me tell you, I do too. And I went and I got the you know, the shots and everything to get rid of this. It went away for about a year, but it came back. So it's like
Yeah.
it's nothing permanent.
Yeah, see, you
Correct.
know, I've always had my little cute little chubby face. So you, like I'm saying, we getting older, and I don't, you know, and you don't want to age, but you see it coming, you know, and it's like I don't like this little thing here, and I'm like, okay, it's not as bad, but god damn it, it ain't the Lynn I'm used to. Shit, I need to get
But
this shit together.
if we don't age, we ain't living. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
true.
that's the way I look at it. If I'm not
I
aging, I'm
agree.
not living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, I mean, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, and we were talking about because the girl on the job, she get Botox, and she was talking about lip fillers and chin. She said you even have something you can do for your neck, and I'm like, God damn, that's
Yeah,
just too
that's what I'm
much.
saying. I did that. I got the shots and I did that. So I mean, cause like this weekend, my daughter and her friend, they're talking about like my daughter. Y'all seen my daughter? She gets Botox. I say for what? Her
Yes,
friend, she's
the
30.
young
They
girls are
getting
doing
Botox.
it.
What the hell y'all getting Botox for?
Yeah,
You know, my daughter. Well, I was getting lines on my forehead. Really?
yeah. And see, thank goodness I don't have the lines, but I
I
noticed
don't
this.
either.
I noticed
So
this the other day, and I was just like, oh shit, Lynn, oh shit, oh shit, it's
hey,
happening.
yeah, I mean, I've been had it for a minute, and it's this is like you know something in my family, you know, family. Like I
Yeah,
have cousins that's not as you know big as me, and they got it. I mean, so I guess
yeah,
it's just genetics or whatever. Like I said, I took the shots to get rid of this, and it went, and then it
yeah,
came back. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be,
It's gonna
unless
be
I'm gonna lose a
yeah.
ton of weight.
Yeah.
Even if I even lost weight, I still had it. So I'm like, fuck it, it's gonna be
yeah,
what it's gonna be.
yeah. I'm gonna get some Botox, babe, just
He
right
said, no,
here.
you fuck you ain't.
You better get they got the little chin scrub they sell on Amazon. Put that
I
on to go
want
to
to do that
sleep.
work though, for real. That shit don't work.
They say if you
But
put
then,
it
and
on
then, but
to go to sleep, it'll lift everything up so
but
it
then
looks a
again,
little
But for
youthful.
how long you have to wear it to the rest of your life? You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
but
Once
then,
you
and
stop,
then,
it's gonna drop dead.
tied up and duct tape.
and, and but,
What you need
but
on the
then
shirt,
again,
Kim?
that's true too. That's also cohabitating, right? You know, like before you live with somebody, they used to come over, used to be cute and ready. You
Yeah.
know, then all of a sudden at night, look, I'm not going to, and you know, you watch movies and you see people get out the bed full blown makeup. That should be the fucking movies, men.
Yeah, it be the
We don't do
movie.
all
I
that
ain't never
shit.
been into makeup, so I don't wear it.
Yeah,
So
I don't wear makeup
yeah.
either. But I'm going, you know, for the women that do the wigs, you know, I do my wigs every now and then. I do my sew-ins, I do
But he don't
whatever.
see you without them
I
too. You
Yeah,
know.
and you don't seen one time, girl, I took everything off. everything. I stood butt boom gas naked in front of my husband. I said, God damn it, this is me, bitch. God damn it.
Hey,
This is
yeah,
me.
you know, I mean,
Take me as I
I mean, my
am.
little, and I think it was right after I had did the big chop. I had my little cute fro,
You
and
gonna be looking like Lil Kim around here.
and I took everything off, and I was like, "This is me. Do you still want me? God damn it. Do you still want it? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you living with someone, you can't be
Yeah,
cute all fucking day.
correct.
yeah, no cosmetic
You gotta
surgery.
take them hair
Fine.
down and take, if you
No
doing the
cosmetic
wigs, do the
surgery is
wigs. If you
possible. I
got your
can't.
cornrows, your
You know,
braids,
this
your
life gonna
whatever.
be what it is. I know that's right. I
It
ain't
I
is
doing
know
gonna be
that's
what it
right.
is. Cause I tried that watching that calorie shit. I can't do it. Because I
yeah.
want to eat what I want to eat. So at that
Yeah.
point, like I said, it is what it is. You just gonna have to take me the way you gonna take me, or get the fuck out. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
that's all it is at this point.
we still want to eat healthy and move healthy and stuff, to be around for our families and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
when you watch a lot of men be like, I want a natural woman, or I don't want a woman with this, and I don't want a woman with that. To each their own. But when you
Exactly.
cohabitating with someone, you got to get up and go to bed with them every day. You're not going to see somebody full blown makeup dolled up every day. And if a man has that as an expectation, he is fooling himself dearly.
Correct.
Last time I
Because
have every night been doing it from the beginning. So
And
you
again,
know,
the ones that you do see, even on TV, when they take it off that morning, the people be like, "Who the hell you is laying there?"
yeah,
right.
that was
You know,
Plies.
so
He
it's
said
like,
that one. Plies said that one time he went out went out, he brought a woman home from the club, and he said he thought somebody had broken his house, and was like, bitch, who you is? He thought talking about she had her wig was off and stuff. He had done fucked the wig off of her
her body
and
shape, all
everything.
that.
And
Yeah.
but my thing is, I will roll my hair up, put it in a bonnet, and like I said, I'm not a makeup girl. I put on a little foundation here and there. I'm trying to do the lash thing, but I just can't do it because it made me feel like my eyes burning and I sleep wild.
Look, but one. So y'all know, I got a standing appointment every 2 weeks for my lashes.
I got to keep mine
It's
on.
yeah, it's not bad. When I first, I just went and I told her, I'm like, don't put all that shit on my eyes like these little young girls, make them look like they flying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need her to look natural. And once she got it to where, I mean, it's not. You don't
It's
even
not,
notice
and
it.
I tell her that all the time. It's not bad. I
No, you
live
don't
and
even
breathe
notice
and
it.
sleep with mine on.
Okay, yeah, you might be allergic to the
Yeah,
adhesive, but I mean, that's just a risk you're gonna have to take at that point. If that's
yeah.
you get
Now,
them. I mean, they're easy to come off. You can take them right off if it comes to
so
that.
what I like, if I'm going somewhere, like if it's a function or whatever, and I'm going somewhere, I put on a quick strip, and I tell
Mhm.
y'all no lie. Where did we go for your birthday? I think for your birthday, I was trying to be cute and stuff. I had my little lashes on and stuff. When we went
Okay.
for your birthday, when
Hmm.
after I went and got picked up from Jorge's shop, girl, in his parking lot, bitch.
You know,
I
took them
took them
off.
fucking lashes off and threw them on the floor.
Oh
Ah!
my god.
I couldn't last another goddamn hour. I was like, oh Lord,
Yeah, they
Listen,
not. It's like they don't bother me now. I mean,
I
because and
can't
then
do it.
she don't do the strips. Sometimes she'll do clusters, and sometimes she'll do individuals. I mean, shit, it takes her so long that every time I go, I fall asleep.
yeah,
Because you
I
got to
Uh,
hate
close
the
your eyes
individuals.
anyway.
That yeah,
But
I hate when I need a
them
fill in
lashes.
and it take
but
too long to fill in. I got to
yeah,
have
but I told
strips.
her I gotta be comfortable with you if I don't fell asleep. But she been doing my lashes for 3 years, so I'm comfortable with her now.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing, because I be seeing y'all be looking so nice, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should become a lash girl. But I know the way I sleep like this, and you gotta sleep a certain
No, you
way, and
don't.
No,
No, you don't.
I sleep wild and regular, and they don't go
All on my face
nowhere.
and everything. Yeah, you
really,
just get
Yeah,
up and brush them bitches back out and go on about your business.
yeah.
They are not hard to
My pillows be
maintain at
curled up
all.
all in my face, and they don't go nowhere
Yeah, they're not hard to maintain at
at
all.
all.
If y'all ever see me outside with lashes on, y'all just know a sister is struggling. Because for some reason,
It's
I
not that
cannot
bad.
get it together with lashes. I've been trying.
Yeah, I do my lashes, and then I did the microblading for my eyebrows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do
I'm a
that
pro.
stuff every.
I do my own eyebrows, and I've been doing them for 1,000 years.
I
So
couldn't, and
I
then I
can
was
arch
going to
mine with my eyes
people,
closed.
and I used to arch my own, but it's like I got tired of it. So it's like now, I mean, I get them touched up every year, and I get up and go. I ain't got to worry about arching. Sometimes I have to, take a little,
Yeah, razor
hair
them
back
out.
out there.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
other than that,
stuff.
it's like get up and go.
and that's another thing. So again, all of this go back to cohabitating. We be cute. We be trying to do this stuff, and what's it? I would be the 1% who lashes would be on my. Me too, Lolo. I can't do the lashes.
I'm telling y'all, it is not that hard. It is not.
It is not at
It's not
all.
that hard.
But then you wake up, like you okay.
I
Think
could put
about the
them on.
time.
I
Think
put them
about
on driving in a car. I put them on
I
with
have
no
I had
problem.
more problems with the strips than the individuals or the
Yeah,
clusters. The
think
strips are
about
the
a
ones
time
that
yeah.
before you cohabitated with your significant other, ex or current, and think about now the getting ready part. Like say when they first came to pick you up for a date, you come outside, you doll the fuck up, you cute, got on a fit, everything nice, and then now you cohabitate and they watching you get together, so they seeing you putting your little lashes on or doing your little
right then
eyebrows and
right.
and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. It's like, dang, you ain't ready yet, you ain't ready yet, you ain't ready yet.
So the
I
funny
remember one
thing is, I'm always ready before him, and that's
uh
crazy because I have to do my hair. He ain't got no fucking hair. Like, so
mhm.
why does it take? Well, y'all know, should I leave him? I'm always ready before him, and I'm like, how and why when I have like 3 times as much to do
Yeah.
as you, and I'm always dressed before him.
Not me. I'm always late on purpose. You got to be literally outside to be like, and I'm just getting up, getting in the shower.
Yeah,
Shut up, shut
see, now
up.
see,
Yeah, I mean,
that's not me.
I be running late, but for me, it's not the getting ready part because I don't do much, because I don't wear makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's me trying on 30 different fucking outfits.
That too, and
Yeah,
I
that
still be
too.
dressed before him.
Yeah, that'd be me trying on all the outfits to make sure I'm cute when I go outside. But it's like you do all this, and then now that you're living with someone, they gotta watch you get yourself together, put your
Uh-huh.
lashes on or whatever makes you cute. I think every
Right.
woman is beautiful in their own way. Every woman has
Of
their
course.
own specific style that make them who they are individually. Whether
Yeah.
it's a wig, whether it's locks, whether it's cornrows, whether it's the afro, the natural, whatever it is, we all are beautiful in our own way, and we all get ready in our own way.
See,
And I
Asia,
think
that's me. I be waiting having an attitude. Yeah, that be me.
but
Then
I
I be like,
think
fuck it and get my keys and leave him. Like,
But
just meet me
if
there.
I was to live with someone and was getting dressed, I know how long I would take. I would definitely have my shit out the night before. But again, like
mhm.
you said, I'm undecided on the outfit. I
I
might
don't
like it
think it.
last night, and then the morning I'm putting it on, and shit
You
just
see
ain't.
what?
He just
You
pick
see
a
way too
movie to watch,
much.
and by the time it goes off, you ready.
Yeah, I might
I,
pick out something the night before, and the shit just ain't popping that morning.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
then yeah, and you have to change, yeah, if you don't feel
I
it look
remember,
right.
um, when me and mom telling y'all my little secrets. I remember when before we probably were just starting to live together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to take my bra off.
Yeah.
I want to wear my little cute lingerie, but I don't want to take the bra because these little things will get the sagging. So you struggling trying to sleep all night,
and cute.
with a bra until we doing the do. I go back and put my little night bra on because I want to stay, want it to be cute and stuff. Nah, shit, I don't even wear a bra throughout the day. I got on a t-shirt and some shorts. Hell, sometimes I don't even wear bottoms. I had a t-shirt and my drawers on and going to my office to work.
Yes.
You know.
Once I get
But
home, that's
it
all coming off. Yeah,
yeah, it's like
I didn't care about
you
the
get
block part.
comfortable with your person. I remember, when they were selling those body shapers back like
Mm-hmm.
2000 and
Yeah, they called Body Magic. They
17.
was like $160. Yeah, I
Let me
remember
tell you.
those.
And then they had the other ones that they had the shaper where the one I still got it to this day. And once I bought one
I
and
still got mine.
I could not get into. I told him to help me get into that shit.
Oh, I've done that too. Laid on the bed or laid on the floor and have him pull it and let you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that's
done
like
that too.
and it's just like it's just a beautiful thing when you just know your person,
Correct.
and you can do those things and it make you think about it. You be like, oh my God, the shit that we did, what I had you squeezing me into this damn body shaper.
Yeah. And when they they look at your outfit before you even leave the house, like, babe, that's what I'm saying. When they give you good criticism on your outfit you
Oh,
choose.
I
Yeah.
get
Some
it all
people
the
some people
time.
come out the house and I mean like your husband let you out or your wife didn't see you before you left. So
Man, be
you
like, where you
think
going with? You ain't going nowhere with me with that on. You need to
yeah, that's
change.
good when you get a compliment or they check you on your outfit.
Yeah.
Or coming out the house, period. You leaving the house with your bonnet on, we going to Walmart.
Exactly. That's how it be. And I think sometimes, like Lolo said, you used to wear your little cute little lingeries around the house, nice, and it's like, and I catch myself getting comfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have to snap back because I have to say,
Yeah.
man, this ain't you because you a bad bitch, bitch. Get your shit together.
I've
Yeah.
You
never
know,
been into the lingerie. Like I've never been
no,
into
it's
the
not even the
lingerie.
laundry. I mean,
Not
not the
even
laundry.
little
It's,
cute
you know how they have the
gown.
little,
A cute little nighty two
No, I
step.
yeah,
don't.
the two, you know how
No,
Sheen
I
had those
don't.
little cute little two pieces with the
Yeah,
little
I
crops
don't.
and stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
You kind of walk,
No.
at one point, it was just him and I in the home. The kids were in, my daughter was in college. It was just the two of us. So, we used to do some things.
I
But
can't sleep in clothes.
but it's like you want to be cute
I
because
can let you
sometimes,
walk around the house. Yeah,
I bought a couple
Like
of
shorts
like
and a t-shirt.
house moo and stuff like that. And then I catch myself, what Michelle said, then I catch myself and I'm like, hold up now.
that's the
You
only
still
thing
got to
You
be
I
cute.
can't
gotta
do
be
is
cute.
wear that bonnet outside.
Oh
I can't
hell
wear
no.
the bonnet outside. Skip
No,
will
She'll
absolutely
have a
have
heart
a
not.
heart
attack.
attack.
Who? Yeah, I can't. I don't wear bonnets. Period. So
Yeah, I love me a bonnet.
Yeah, I love
It
me
got
yeah,
a
but
it,
you
it
don't
got
wear
it
it
got to keep my hair
outside. You don't
laid.
wear it out the house, do you?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
get
that's
so
what you're saying.
mad when I see people wear
Yeah,
bonnets
See,
outside.
I do
yeah.
it once in a while because I be like, I'm not from here. I'm from
You
Miami. I
did it when we were
couldn't dare ask
traveling,
you
like
that.
when we went to Florida, you had your
No.
bonnet on, but
Yeah,
we weren't traveling, we were in the car. But
yeah,
other than that, I haven't seen you out with a bonnet on, just out
yeah.
and
Yeah,
about.
I don't do the bonnet outside thing. That's just not my vibes. But
Right.
I used to catch myself, and every now and then, and my husband he'll say he said, "Ooh, you got on them little shorts, huh?" Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, "Okay." He tired of me wearing these little damn moo around the house.
Yeah,
You
you
know how
gotta
you
spice it
got to
up.
listen to your person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get comfortable and you just want to look bummy around the house all the time, and it's just not that. It's not cute,
Well,
not
it's not.
all the
You
time.
want to be
And it
comfortable
don't
though.
matter
You
how
know what
many
I'm
years
saying?
too.
Like it's like you want to be comfortable. You know how I look when I put on some fucking clothes. I'm in the house. I ain't going nowhere. Can't nobody see me. But you know what I look like. So I don't
You
care.
still got to, spice it up a little
I
bit.
I guess I don't care.
And I'm
Don't
good.
say that.
I'm good with his oversized t-shirts and some shorts,
Right.
my socks on and stuff, and I'm good with
Right.
that. But every
Right.
now and then I wear like it was something I had on, and I think it had a hole in it. I can't. It was a while back, and he was like, "And you got them holes in them shorts," and I was like, "Okay, he don't like that." So you got to
If I
tighten
go
up
put
a
on
little
some
bit.
lingerie, you probably laugh at my ass because I
For
don't do
real?
it.
You think
Yes.
so? You should
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
You should
I
try it.
will.
Girl, he
Or
would
try the
laugh at me.
two-piece thing then.
You
Girl,
should
he
when
would
he
laugh
look,
at
go get
me.
something when he come home Friday. Put it on.
And hear what he
Girl.
say.
I'm telling y'all, he will laugh because he know that ain't. Yeah, he'll laugh at me.
Oh
He'll laugh at me and
Lord.
be talking shit.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he would.
The farthest I go with a bondage is to the mailbox. My husband don't play. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't wear
I don't.
bonnets.
if we going somewhere, I'd snatch that bonnet off quick, fast, in a hurry. I don't wear the bonnet outside the house, but I do have it on religiously in the home. I do that because that just that's just me. But
Yeah.
but try to keep it. Again, I work from home, so I get lazy. I had to go into the office last week, and I swear I was like in my closet, like, what am I going to wear? Because I haven't worn my work clothes in freaking 5 years.
Yeah, that's the great thing about being in the medical field. Just pull
That's
up, have those
it.
scrubs out that
Scrubs
closet
all
and put them on
day.
and take your ass on. Now I love it.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but when you're
I
looking for
gotta put on
something, like
heels and
sis say, when
blazer.
you're looking for something to wear, I got a thump of scrubs.
Yeah,
There's
and see,
never nothing to wear.
we each day we have a different color we wear, and I have every color you can imagine. I probably
Yeah.
have them in scrubs. So yes, it's a no brainer. Just pick them scrubs and go on about your business. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, when I go, I go into the office. I gotta have on my little blazer. I gotta be dressed, corporate.
You do.
So I'm like, ugh. And then, sometimes I wear my little crazy wild hairdos, my bright color, my extra blondes and my 26 inches. So I have to put it back up in a bun. I got to wear my pearl. I got to be corporate.
Yes.
That's how I make my money. So, hey, you got to flip it up,
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
The Lynn outside of work ain't the Lynn in the office. You know what I'm saying? But, I was like, dang, what am I going to wear today to work?
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I had seen one of my patients at the grocery store.
Oh Lord,
She
that's
didn't
the
even know
worst.
who I was. I'm like, you don't know me outside of my scrubs? Like, she did
That's
not know who I was.
that's
Wow.
me. When me and sis be at Sam's, I be like, oh my God.
She see
But
all her patients in there.
and it's like one or two be like, hey, yeah,
They don't even know who I am. I'm like, that's crazy. All it is just a different outfit. Yeah, didn't
yeah.
even know me.
Yeah.
I wear my surgical bonnet on, so they really don't know
Yeah.
who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah, but it's just like, knowing your person, and even the husbands too, you want to make sure they ain't walking around the house raggedy either.
Yeah, because we want
You
to see a
know.
little something too.
But it don't take much for them, it don't take much. Just, a little undershirt and some shorts and stuff, and they comfortable. And even for us, I went through a phase. I had went and bought all these little cute little two pieces from Shein, and then like my post-COVID, I had lost so much weight. I was fine. I done gained the weight
Mm-hmm.
back. But I had bought all my little two pieces and all this other stuff. And I be looking at them, I'm gonna get back in now. I done gained 15 pounds. I ain't to share that shit.
For all
But
y'all married women, y'all need to tighten up.
us married women, shit. Look, we got our men now. Let me stop.
Hey, that part.
Y'all need to tighten up.
Girl, that part. I'm 25 years next month. Yeah, whatever. Hey, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Y'all keep it nice and spicy for the brothers now.
Yeah,
Look,
we trying to keep it right. We trying to keep it right and tight, because
look, evidently we doing something right.
I know
yeah.
that's right.
So hey, it is what it is.
Yes, love.
Oh, she said, well, I work on a construction yard and I wear loose clothes and steel toe shoes when I go to work. Even in regular clothes, nobody seems to recognize me. It be like that. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, because
Oh, girl, you
I
work
like
on a construction site. Ooh.
I be like me. I be blazers. We do jeans, blazers. Gotta have my heels on and stuff like that. But when I'm outside, I'm in my little shorts.
Oh,
You
you.
know, I'm in my outside clothes, and they be like sometimes, like when we went to the rodeo with my mother-in-law, and I was telling them I'm going to the rodeo. They was like, "Oh, take pictures." So when I sent pictures, when I got to work, and I was like, "Here's my pictures." Showed them some pictures of me and hubby at the rodeo, and they was like, "Ooh, that's you." I say, "Yeah, y'all see me in work clothes all the time, or when you
Exactly.
see me in our morning meetings and in our corporate meetings, I'm from the waist up." I'll be, my husband will come in the office and he'll be like, "You ain't doing you ain't had no meetings today, huh?" I say, "Yes, I did. I have on a top, a blazer, and my damn pajama pants."
Yeah, because they don't see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they see me from the waist up. I be dressed appropriately. God
Yeah.
forbid that we ever do like a doggone we ever do like a welcoming challenge and they say, okay, everybody get up and stretch. I'd be like, oh shit.
Oh no. Busted.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. You want to be free, but you also got to consider your partner. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's with the way you look around the house. That's with, the cooking. That's with the cleaning. That's with the finances. That's with all of that. You have to consider your partner, and that's vice versa. Your partner have to consider you too.
Correct.
And it's like cohabitating is a major step in anything that we do. I know there are some of these celebrity couples, they live in different homes and they're married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see myself living in different home. I know me and my husband, before we got married, we were still living together. We used to sleep under two separate blankets
Mm.
because I like to be wrapped up in mine and he liked to be wrapped up in his. And one day I was like, you know what? I feel a division in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Your bodies ain't touching. Y'all.
Yeah, I feel, and I have to have, in order for me to fall asleep like a baby, I need skin to skin contact. I got to be able to touch your leg, your feet, your stomach, your arm. I got to be able to touch. I got to touch you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how long we slept. I need to ask him. He probably remember. I
Oh,
don't know
my
how long we slept with
division,
those
like
two separate blankets. And then
his
one
feet
day I
touching me.
snatched that motherfucker. I said, we sleeping under one blanket. Nope, nope.
I
I
just
feel
don't
a
want his feet to
division.
touch me. I hate feet, and
Really?
he knows it. Like, do not put your feet on me. Yeah,
Really?
I hate it. I hate it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
I gotta touch something. And
no,
when I
I mean
mean
like you can wrap your leg, but don't put like your leg can not your feet.
Yeah,
I
your
hate
toes,
yeah.
toes.
No, I hate feet. I hate feet. I hate the feet to touch me.
Yeah.
And he knows it. Like
really?
he'll wrap his leg around my leg, but don't touch me with your feet. No, I hate it.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he tends to do it,
I
especially
have
if it's cold.
Shut up. Talking about that's so light skinned.
I I have to, hot, cold, whatever. I have to be able to, for me to fall asleep. I have to touch on my husband. I have to have. It's like a newborn baby. I have to have skin to
Yeah.
skin contact,
Not
and
necessarily.
then I want to stay within 5 minutes. I'm out.
Yeah. I'm definitely a rubber.
Then you get what? Then you get skin to skin contact and take all the covers, and I be
Let me
freezing.
freeze.
When did we stop? When did we stop using the two blankets? Because at one point I was like, babe, we need to be under one blanket.
I hate
I
feet
hate
with
feet with
socks on.
socks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I like
I
I
do
hate
feet.
feet, period. Don't touch me with your feet. Period.
yeah.
I
Don't
hate
do not.
I I do socks in the bedroom during winter time.
I don't. I
I
I
can't
like to
like
have
stand
I
socks
don't
in the
like
bed.
socks.
But
Yeah.
there
I
has
can't
to be a
stand socks.
fresh new pair of socks that I get out, out the drawer to put on before bedtime.
That
But
makes me hot. I can't sleep.
Yeah. I can't do the
My
socks.
feet have to be cold. Like if I get hot, I can take my feet from under the covers and I
Correct.
cannot sleep with socks on my feet.
Yeah. I can't do the socks. Not sleep. Mm-mm.
oh, that is cute, Kim. I like that. Sleep and hold a hand.
Yeah,
I mean,
I ain't doing that.
I just think that's just such a beautiful thing to, just be able to share a bed with someone that you love and just have to be able to hold them,
Yeah.
and touch on them and stuff like that. To me, that's this thing. I don't
I
know, but
don't
I need
mind
my
the
blanket.
touching. It's just the
He
feet.
always talking shit. Talking
I
about he
don't
need his
mind the
blanket back.
touching, just the feet. Just don't touch me with your feet. You can touch me with every other part of your body, but not your feet.
Really?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he'll do it to just
Sound
fuck with me and have me
like
cuss
y'all
him out
do.
or something. But yeah, he know do not put your feet on me.
Wow.
Shut up, Ace.
What time is it? I don't know. We've been talking forever.
I'm going to
Um,
catch a Charlie horse in your fingers. You talking about
What?
holding fingers
yeah,
acting
we've been on
like
for
you.
almost 2 hours. It's almost 10 minutes to 10.
You know what? He get on my goddamn nerves.
That would get annoying to me. I ain't gonna hold no hand, no fingers all damn night.
Yeah, I can't do.
Oh,
But anything but your feet.
I'm a big baby when it comes. I'm so mushy when it comes to. I will hold my husband hand all night if I could.
That's
Mhm.
on a good night when I get hot. I want to kick him out the bed.
I know that's right. I
I
know that's
don't.
right.
Our bed is big enough. Like he can be on one side and I can be on the other side, but it don't happen like that. He ends up and we just both of us on the edge of the bed, and we got all the rest of this bed. And I'll be like, nigga, move over, scoot back, move.
You hear Icon
That man
Kim?
want to cuddle.
You hear Icon Kim holding hands while going to bed? Rod ain't going nowhere.
He said, hold
Oh,
it
them
down.
And you
weighted
know
blankets
what?
is the truth.
I want to
I'm
get that
telling you, he
weighted
sleeps
blanket
so
too.
good with a weighted blanket. Like, so I take
They
my weighted
shouldn't
blanket
is.
off the bed when he come home because he don't like it. But when he
Yeah.
gone, yeah, I have my weighted blanket. Though, yeah, I sleep
It
so good with weighted blanket.
Lolo, skin to skin contact is a form of intimacy, and I think that's why I love it so much.
Mhm.
I
It
tell my
is.
husband, all the time. The other day he was
That's
like
punishment.
being a meanie. He was being a meanie to me, and he didn't want to cuddle. And I was like, I was having a whole habit. He was like, "Come over here, baby," and I was just like,
We can cuddle, just don't touch me with your feet.
Yeah.
You can cuddle without touching with your feet. Yeah, yeah. We don't play footsie and all that shit. No,
"Yeah,
but we do
I
cuddle. I mean, but just not
My
with
my
don't
brother
touch
said
me
he
with your
gonna get him
feet.
a nice little pedicure and he gonna touch feet.
He still ain't gonna touch me with his feet. Do not, he know, don't put your feet on me.
we
I
about to
know
shut
that.
it down." Kim,
You
she
said
talking about
yeah. She said she's
she trying to
struggling.
sleep.
We'll be here all night playing with y'all.
We gonna be talking all night long, all
Yeah.
No,
night
because I'm
long.
still tired. I'm going to bed. I'm
All right,
still
he gonna
tired.
Yeah.
be rubbing his toes. No, my sister said no toes.
I'm not touching his feet. He's not touching me with his feet. None of that shit.
Oh
He
Lord,
wants
he's a
somebody to rub
tripper.
his toes. You better go get a pedicure.
Right,
I know
right.
that. That part.
Well, any closing statements, ladies? Just cohabitating. Um, how well do you know your partner? We talked about that shit tonight.
Yeah.
We talked about communication. We talked about getting in that kitchen and cooking. I know that's a thing that my husband wants, and I'm working on that. We talk about finances, communicating, not telling half the truth or telling half of the information,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when
just
I get a pedicure, I
communicating.
like my feet touched. Other than that, I just don't want nobody touching me with their feet.
Yes.
So I don't touch nobody with my feet.
I be touching feet,
I know.
hands. I love
It's
touching them.
like that lady. Y'all saw another thing. You saw the lady that was doing the lady pedicure, and she took her toes and pushed her glasses up, and then moved her hand behind. I'm
Hell
telling
Oh
no.
y'all, with her feet as she getting her feet done.
no. Yeah.
She
Hell
took her toes
no.
and her braid hair was in the way. She took it and she tucked it. All this is with her toes. I said you would have freaked out, man.
You're tired of being beat on and not getting cooked on Sundays. Well, you need to talk to your wife, homeboy.
I know that's right.
Ain't nobody beating on that man.
I
Don't
know.
start because ain't nothing Ebony talk ain't say. Don't put that on us.
No, that I don't know. That must be in his dream. That was in his past life. It wasn't with me.
Beat up. My sister don't beat up.
But yeah, ladies, so cohabitating, is very important in
I'm gonna send it when
relationships.
I get it. When I find it on TikTok, I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Okay.
So we talked about that shit, the good, the bad, the ugly,
Yeah.
and living with other people. We didn't even get to the children and all of that other good stuff.
Yeah,
We
because
didn't
we
get
got
in
We,
to
depth
we
with
tapped
that.
in a little bit.
Yeah, not in
yeah, a
depth,
little
but
bit.
just understanding your partner, have that conversation, have that communication,
Mm-hmm.
be forthcoming with information, and
Right.
just communicate, and know what you know and love what you love, and be great. What do you ladies got?
That is it. Communication is always number one for me. Just
Yeah,
communicate.
y'all got
It'll
it.
stop a lot of the the up and downs in the home.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all, folks. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Ebony Talk. Last word. I love cohabitation, especially as my thing went up, especially as we grow old. Yes. Y'all didn't discuss about buying them shorts. What shorts?
Who is that? You know what? Good night, people. Who
Oh,
was that?
that's Bobby. Talking about buying shorts. We'll
What
talk
shorts?
about that next time.
Good night, people.
Love
I'm going
y'all.
to bed.
Love y'all. Good night.
Bye.